Assalamu alaikum. We've all been there, right? The hunger, the thirst of fasting. But what if all of that, the physical part, is just the very, very beginning? Today, let's get into the real power of fasting. A power that, believe it or not, has way more to do with your will than your stomach.
So let's just start with a big question, a really big one. What if we've kind of been looking at fasting all wrong? What if the hunger isn't the point, but just the tool? A tool for a much deeper kind of workout, a spiritual exercise designed to strengthen the very core of who you are.
To really get our heads around this, we have to go back to the source. See, the tradition that gives us this practice doesn't talk about it like it's a chore. It's described as something completely different. Let's take a look at the foundational wisdom behind it all. The Prophet, peace be upon him, gave us this incredible metaphor. He said that fasting is a shield. Now just think about that word for a second. It's not a struggle, not a test, not a punishment. It's a shield. It's a form of protection. And that one word, right? Shield. It changes everything because it immediately makes you ask the most important question. Okay, a shield protects you from something. So what's the danger? What's the enemy that we're supposed to be shielding ourselves from? And this is where it gets really deep. The enemy isn't something out there. The shield is for the battle that happens right in here. The tradition makes it clear. Fasting is here to protect us from our loudest, most constant opponent, our very own unchecked desires. Now, here's what's absolutely fascinating. This ancient spiritual idea, it has a direct, one-to-one parallel in the language of modern science. Let's translate this whole concept into a term that I bet we're all familiar with today. Yeah, impulse control. In modern psychology, this is a huge deal. Researchers will tell you it's literally one of the cornerstones of a successful, happy life. It's that core ability to tell a short-term urge, not right now, so you can get to a much bigger, long-term goal. And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. Just look at the connection here. Ancient wisdom talks about a shield to protect the soul from desire. Modern psychology talks about training the brain for delayed gratification. It's the exact same timeless principle, just spoken in two different languages across centuries. Okay, so we've connected the ancient wisdom to modern science. Now, let's boil this all down to its most powerful, most practical lesson. What does mastering your appetite really get you? It all comes back to this one central truth. The physical part of fasting, that's just the gym. The real muscle that's getting built is spiritual. The real strength is being forged at the level of your soul, your will, the very center of who you are. And the main idea, the big principle we can take away from all of this is actually incredibly simple. But it's also so powerful, it can change your whole life. To really let this sink in, I want you to say this next part out loud with me. Seriously, wherever you are. Let's say it together. You ready? If you can lead your appetite, you can lead your life. Just let that sit for a second. The desire for food is our most basic, most primal urge. If you can learn to manage that, to lead it instead of letting it lead you, you're building the exact muscle you need to lead every other part of your life. And that brings us right here to our final and, honestly, our most important point. Because this isn't just a nice idea to think about. It's a call to action. It's something to live by. So, I'll leave you with this. If this practice proves that you have the power to lead your most basic appetite, what else is suddenly under your command? What about your focus in this world of endless distractions? What about your patience with the people you love, your discipline to chase your biggest goals? The power is there. It's yours. The only question left is, what will you choose to lead?